Hi everyone, welcome to Flow 360. I'm your host Dheeraj Adhikari. As always, I'm bringing a new guest here today, who is the owner of Curry Kitchen here in Pflugerville. His name is Narendra Saud, and let's welcome him. Welcome to Flow 360.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, so as we talked prior, I am really happy to have you here today because I wanted to have someone from the culinary industry or someone who ran the restaurant before. So I'm really happy to have you here.
Thank
And
you.
I would like to get it started by asking you, what is the field of culinary like? What is a normal day for you? Like, when do you wake up, and what's your average running hours?
Culinary life is a little bit tough. I mean, every job is very tough, but if you love the job, if you like to cook, or if you like to serve people, if you are a people person, this is very entertaining, excitement job, and it depends on the which step you are for the job. Like if you are the beginner, so expect give your best, like a hard work. You can work 8 hours or 12 hours. It's up to you.
Okay.
Right now it's not in a back days like this. You have to work like all the time. There is the quality of life also you can choose from, but it depends on the position where you're working. Yeah.
Okay, so as we talked earlier, you were born and raised in Nepal and had time where you were going back and forth from India and Nepal. What made you be interested in the field of culinary?
That's a very interesting question. So when I was a kid, like my dad used to work in India, so my education also the happened in India and Nepal. I love the both countries. That's the region. And another thing, like where we from, basically is from a mountain area, as you say, the Baitari. So we used to live in Mumbai. So when we go to visit our grandparents in the summer, so we travel like a 3 to 4 days. You know what I'm saying? So
In a bus?
In a train, then bus, then you walk. So this is a very good journey for me, like a very good experience, because like every stop is a different place. And when I see the new place, the people wearing the different clothes, they talk different, they have the different accent, and especially the different food. I was so foodie, so every time the train stop, I'm so excited to get the food. So we get a lot of foods inside and we eat it. So very very different flavor. So India and Nepal is a very cultural. You know, everywhere you go, like a different kind of culture, different kind of food. So that made me attract me to the culinary field.
Okay. Okay. What was your first job that you started with in the field of culinary or a restaurant?
I work in a kitchen as a kitchen helper while I was studying. Then I realized, like, oh, I love this job. So I tried some different jobs too, but I was not satisfied. So I mean, they were a high payer job, but I was not satisfied because I was looking for something future. I want to travel. I want to go everywhere. So what's the easiest way? And I was very foodie, so I choose the restaurant job. That's the reason. Then I got the diploma for the in culinary. Then I go from then.
Okay. For younger people who might be interested in the field of culinary, do you see that there is a future for them?
Oh yes, back in the days and now it's a totally different. Right now the opportunities are everywhere, and you can. There is a sky is a limit. They say, like you can be a celebrity chef. You can be executive chef. If you want to be in a service department, you can be manager, hotel manager. You can travel the world. It's very easy to get job if you have a skill, if you have experience. This is very excite. Everywhere you go, it's excitement. Excited is there, like new people you meet, new culture you see. So there is, of course, I think the culinary is one of the largest job opportunity we have available. So nobody will be jobless if you are in this field.
Okay. In terms of some of the difficulties that you might have had to face in the past, can you explain what were the tough times for you in terms of working in a restaurant?
Yeah, back in the days, we don't had any internet,
Okay.
not computers, so we have to uh, depend on the our teacher, depend on the where we go for practical job, and we have to learn from the mentors, the chefs there. So it's very hard, like to learn from them. You need to show them you are worthy. So you have to work hard 10 times more than you can. But nowadays we have knowledge everywhere. Everybody share the knowledge in YouTube, other social media. Also the people are nicer than before, like easier. You can ask anybody, and if somebody asks me anything, I always reply to them. I always give them recipe, always tell them how to do it. So I think it's easier nowadays if you compare to before.
Okay. Okay. I would, as you talked about the understanding and the knowledge that you gained as you traveled around, what was your first biggest step in the job? Like, when did you become the head kitchen guy back then?
Yeah, I went to Dubai first. Then I was in a line cook there over there. Then I got promoted as a supervisor, then manager in Kuwait.
Okay.
I used to work in the Kempinski Hotel. It's a German group hotel. So I become like a kind of manager level there. So I had a very good experience from there too. Yeah.
Okay. And as a chef, do you do a lot of just teaching the recipes and whatnot, or do you have to cook as well?
Yeah, we do cook as we need it here. Also, we do catering, a lot of catering. Also, when we do the cooking class, you mean it's a hands-on. That's very interesting question, because normally everywhere you go in a cooking class, you just sit down there and the chef just show you how to cook, and then you come back home. But here, what we do is like we show you the recipe, then there are different people. Somebody wants to cook, somebody doesn't. So we separate in the groups. Whoever wants to cook, then we set up the station for them. Then you guys cook in a group. So it's really, really fun cooking class we do here.
Yeah.
It's hands-on, you can say. Yeah.
How often do you offer those classes?
We don't have a regular basis, but if we have few guests come and they said, okay, we want to do the cooking class, then we do on Sundays. Sometimes we have a catering also on Sunday, so we choose the day, maybe once in a month, or it depend on the how many people are interested.
Okay. Okay. And do you think, is it easier to be a chef or a owner?
Well, that's a very tricky question. I mean, whoever, I give my suggestion, whoever wants to go in a field, when they start, their mentality, they're supposed to think, I own this place. If you are coming here to work, and if you are learning, you have to work as you should think, like I own this place. So you know those responsibility. There is nothing is easy, but if you enjoy the job, you love it. You love it.
Okay. What about being an owner?
Yeah, owner and the chef is the same kind of title. That's what I'm saying. Chefs is in charge of the kitchen, but the owner is in charge of everything.
Okay.
But if you can become a chef, you can become an owner too.
Okay.
This is just it's a learning thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I wanted to ask you, is anything negative that you would think of this job? Anything negative? So we know that there are lots of positive things, but what about some of the negative things that you might have to face?
Well, negative thing is timing. Timing in the beginning, I was not able to give much time to my family, but now as we settle, we are giving more time to the family. So that's the only thing I see, but this is everywhere. I think this is everywhere.
Okay. Okay. Do you believe that young people especially, should have a skills of cooking? What do you think?
Well, even you working in the hospitality industry or not in your life, I would think like you should have basic knowledge of cooking. That will help in your life, because nowadays everybody wants to be healthy. It's right now a trend going on. Everybody wants to eat healthy, be healthy, doing exercise. In this process, I think if you know a little bit of technique of cooking, what is good, what is bad, it's gonna help you in all your life. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. If you had to pick one food that that you would think is the best, what would that be?
Well, I'm very foodie,
Mhm.
so I love all kind of food. I have so many foods. They are my favorite food, but it goes on a day. If it's like if if I go back to my childhood, I used to love like, my grandma used to cook like a kheer. It's like a rice pudding
Mhm.
with a fresh sautéed mustard leaves, like we call like a raiko sag in Nepal, and that's combination. I used to love it with lots of butter on top.
Okay.
But now I like sometimes I like that too to eat, but I miss. But sometimes I like a goat curry. Sometimes I like a lobster, or sometimes a pasta, and sometimes tacos. I eat all kind of food. Yeah.
As a chef now, do you enjoy some of the food that you cooked to eat yourself, or did you like it more when somebody else made it for you?
That's a very good question. My wife always say that, but even I cook it, I like it more. But
So-
also other people cook as well. I love it, but
Uh,
even I cook it, I like it. I like to eat. I like to
that
eat.
that
Yeah.
means you really enjoy food.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay. Um, in terms of traveling in different places, did you did you ever started to learn about different kind of food in terms of international foods, or were you just based on Nepali food?
No, when I did the diploma,
Mhm.
we used to learn different cuisine
Mhm.
from like sometime the France, sometime like Italy,
Mhm.
sometime Caribbean,
Mhm.
and what was interesting is that like when you learning the food, where the food came from, like suppose it's France, so we learn the history,
Uh-huh.
we learn their culture, how they talk, how they live, everything is very very interested.
Uh-huh.
So then after that I start traveling, and I would say like a traveling is you learn so much. When you travel, you meet the people, and
Mhm.
you learn more cultures. It's really really a good experience for your personal life too.
Mhm. Mhm. Well, I'm very happy that you had those opportunities.
Yes.
Not many people get that.
Yeah, I'm very lucky in that. Even I went to Caribbean, I jerk chicken, I never heard of the jerk chicken before, and when I eat it, I love it. Still, I make the best jerk chicken too. I have sometimes Jamaican guests come here, and I make them for especially for them. They in a special request. So it's very very interesting.
Okay. Um, in terms of food that that you make here, do you guys do catering? Do you guys have just buffet? So how does your restaurant do services?
We have a la carte menu here. Also, we have the lunch thali. Also, we do cater like weddings, birthdays, pasni, anything like we do up to 500 people. We have done a lot of weddings since we came here.
Okay.
We do a lot of, mostly we focus on Indian and Nepalese weddings.
Mhm.
So we do a lot of caters. Yeah.
Okay. Well, everyone watching, if you have event going on, please
Yeah,
do
please.
remember Curry Kitchen. They will do catering for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you, in terms of running the business here in the U.S., how is the process? So if somebody wants to run a restaurant, is it an easy process, or is it difficult to get through?
Once you have the knowledge of the work, then it's very easy. It's in the beginning, in the setting up, it's gonna take your little bit time, but you have to study how to do all the.
Yeah.
But licensing and other things, it's not hard as other countries, I would say. This is my 7th country as working. I think this is the easiest country. As people say, oh, America is the land of opportunity, but I used to think like, oh really, that should be very complicated, because I'm from Asia, and I will go there, everybody speak English, and it could be very tough to get in. But when I came here, I feel like I'm home.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I'm home. It's very easy. People are friendly here. Even if you go for licensing, it's easy.
Okay.
But if you want to do it, I would say just do it.
Okay. So have the knowledge and the courage to go for it.
It is. Yes,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
true.
Something negative. So let's talk about something that you don't like about this job. I know there are so many positive things, but what is one thing that you can think of that you kind of hated about the job?
Well, I would say I never hate it.
Okay.
I never hated. Otherwise, I would have gone long time, because I'm doing this for more than 20 years.
Okay.
And more than 20 years, I'm very happy, and I feel very lucky and blessed.
Mhm.
I got the knowledge of
Mhm.
the cooking, and I'm in this industry,
Mhm.
and I feed people, and people, when they say it's so good, it makes me so happy.
Mhm.
You know, that kind of feeling it's not easy to get anywhere else.
Yeah.
So I like it.
Okay. As for people who are interested in the field, young people, is this a career that they can rely on, that you see in the future being good, or what are your suggestions?
Well, I would say food industry is the biggest industry in the world. So people gonna eat
Mhm.
all the time. So there will be some changes. Right now the AI is coming and this and that, but the still, I would say the food industry gonna be always gonna be there. So there will be always job opportunities are there. And still, if you look the market,
Mhm.
there are jobs are available everywhere. Only in the food industry I'm talking about, hotels, restaurants I'm talking about. I'm not talking about any other restaurants,
Mhm.
any other industries I'm not talking about. But there will be always job opportunities in here.
Okay. What kind of skills or mindset the people need to have to get into this industry?
It's gonna be same as any other learning thing you wanna go. I mean, if you wanna be engineer, also it's gonna be same thing.
Mhm.
If you wanna be doctor, you know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
So if you wanna be restaurateur, so just I would say, if you do the hard work, you can get success anywhere. It depend
Mhm.
on your interest.
Yeah.
If you interest here, you can be success easily. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
I want to ask you if you could give any tips to somebody at home cooking, some of the people that might be watching us. Any tips for people in terms of cooking at home, or any suggestions on your favorite meal, maybe?
Yes, I mean, the food. Everybody cook the food delicious. I would say maybe they cook delicious better than me, but I would say like every home cooks also, we need to have knowledge of cooking. Cooking technique. We do the cooking class. That is the reason we do the cooking class,
Mhm.
and we teach people how to cut, how to store.
Mhm.
I would say uh, what is cross contamination. So how you get sometimes we eat the fresh food, but still we get sick.
Mhm.
Those kind of techniques we need to learn. Right now everything is on the internet, and also we do the cooking class. You are most welcome to contact us. We can teach you everything. Also we're gonna do the cooking class soon
Mhm.
in our community place as well.
Mhm.
So we'll keep update in our Facebook page. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm really thankful to have you here, and I think the information that you talked about would be very helpful for our young people. Somebody who's watching us will be maybe inspired to be a chef, or open their own restaurant one day. So I'm very thankful to have you here. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
it.